God, no. But my brain and my heart that want to watch more Rocket League says, please, God, yes. So we'll see what happens. But, I mean, if I were to make actual predictions, if I were to maybe just ignore the rest of the day of it being a complete maniac disaster, I think it's going to go to Game 5. Both these teams are going to be neck and neck all the way through.
Well, we are about to find out. Mocket eSports versus Pocket Aces. These two teams played last week. They renew their rivalry this time around. K-Dop, early start for him, puts that one in early. Yeah, this was a big mistake on Chaussette. He had a good old feels backflip, man. You don't see it very often. And early on, immediately 6 seconds into the game, he completely wrecked himself. Was going to go for that ball, backflip, lost all of his momentum, and the ball soared right over his head. Yep, and as mentioned earlier, this is going to be Pocket's only game this week. Whilst Mocket already coming in off a huge series previously played. Violent Panda tries to clear that one away. K-Dop's got to try and deal with that, and K-Dop's so strong in that defensive area. When you ever see him on the back wall, just automatically know that he's probably got it covered. As people get better and better at Rocket League, it's funny seeing how much earlier and earlier they're going up for balls and trying to read each other's touches and redirects and passes. Oh, what a great pass there from Mystic over to K-Dop. The aforementioned player gets himself on the board. Now we're going to see Mocket take a 2-0 lead early on. Maybe you were right. Maybe they're coming in like, this isn't going to happen again. Mystic slamming it past Chaussette. Chaussette probably doesn't feel too great. 2 whiffed touches on defense. The second one, he was trying to read the player, not the ball. Or other way around, I think he was trying to read the ball, not the player. Either way, I'm sure he might be frustrated, but I know they got the talent to pull this through. That could go the whole way for an own goal. It's just going to hit across the crossbar as Pashy goes for the clearance away. And Chaussette, as you mentioned, usually a defensive brick wall to get past, but not the ideal start for him. He played on Red Eye last season. Many felt the MVP of that team. Chaussette tries to get that over. K-Dop ends up missing that ball, and that's going to allow Pashy to bring that one in. 2 players commit to that one, and Mystic has to take that one away from the oncoming Chaussette. Now Chaussette's got hold of that ball. He's going to take his time though, just get it over to Pashy. That's Mystic and Fairy Peak coming up together, but here comes the extra pressure, looking for that third goal to come out from Mocket. Pocket Aces just need to quell the bleeding for the time being and get themselves back into this, find their rhythm of sorts. As Chaussette might have the opportunity to do this, going to go across the top, but no one there to put pressure on, and Fairy Peak had it covered. Nonetheless, a very slow start here from Pocket Aces as they try and find their way through. Their touches seem a bit too staggered. A lot of time between their connections from player to player, which is allowing Mocket to interrupt it, or it's getting too far out of their reach and it's getting stopped. Oh, well, Mystic takes out Pashy, but Violent Panda's going to be the one to take over the ball. Trying to find his way through. Chaussette going to come through because he's got Pashy waiting in the background. Fairy Peak there first, though, and Pashy is only capable of getting a block. Mystic off the backboard. K-Dop is going to be waiting around. He's going to continue to try and put the pressure on, find himself a way through. As it's still Pocket Aces, still trying to find their first reasonably dangerous area and their first reasonably dangerous shot. But still, every time they come forward, it's red every single time. Not even allowed to get a pass in before it's intercepted. A lot of long back and forth play right now. Chaussette does get that block, and now Violent Panda will get it around 1. Can he get it around Mystic? We've seen a lot of fakes today, but 1 will not go on there. Nope, Mystic now going to try and take it over the top of Pashy. But Pashy with the block on that. Pashy tried to go for the demo on K-Dop, but Fairy Peak has that covered, but no one is back for the time being. And K-Dop manages to correct himself just in time to take the ball away. Now Pashy, he's got himself space, takes it over the top. 2 players commit to that. Violent Panda has a goal to aim at, but no contact from him, and Pocket Aces still nothing dangerous on net. Just that half-second hesitation. Violent Panda, if he'd contested that a tad bit earlier, the ball would have been more in front of the net instead of so far left, and he wouldn't have had to make such a tight angle on that shot. So here they come, yet again, waves upon waves of a Pocket offense coming through. But every single time we see it yet again. Mocket eSports just getting there in time, but here's Violent Panda. He's got 1 touch. He's going to go for 2. Can he get that one down? No, leaves it for Pashy. He's drawn out K-Dop, and that's going to put them into this game. Pashy's very slow and calculated shot. Violent Panda faking K-Dop out with that second touch. K-Dop wanted to try and read it, and take a look at that. He came out for a save on a shot that never happened. A missed shot, sometimes the best fake you can do. I don't think it was intentional. It's hard to say. He may have been called off last second. Maybe Pashy told him, hey, it's not going to get contested. Let me get this next touch. But it looked like it was unintentional, but Pashy was there to save the day. And maybe they can get 2 in a row very quickly. Not quite able to. Mystic tries to clear it away, but Mocket now suddenly reeling. They need to respond quickly. Here's the pass over to this side, and what a response that would have been. K-Dop gets his shot blocked by Violent Panda, and Pashy hits that with the rear end of his car. So it's going to delay them clearing that ball away. Mystic passes that one. K-Dop's just going to leave it for the time being and allow it to go into the corner. It's very peak, long launch. Looks for Mystic, who's going to try and get it off the crossbar, but isn't able to get any contact. But here's the thing, that second player, always loitering around. You can almost sense here Pocket Aces might end up just going for those long clearance and attempting to go for a redirect, but Pashi showing off some of that individual skill, got over to the corner, and now here comes Pocket Aces, but nothing done there. Launched it early. Oh, that's a poor save there from Mystic. Lines it up for Chaussette.
I didn't know if Chaussette could get this angle. I can't tell if his opponent bumped him and helped him pick up the speed on this touch. I like to watch as it gets closer. Him and K-Dop did meet each other, make some contact right near the ball, and it helped him get the power on that because from the angle shots it had, that was a really fast shot. I didn't think he was able to make it, but still, heads up on him to be able to go in for that and read his teammate's pass.
Especially when he was still through the double jump, or the jump forward animation. Mystic looking for the passing play over to K-Dop. That's way too heavy, and it's just going to hand that one straight over to Chaussette. Very peak, just gets that one over to Pashi though, who's got that one up high. He can go for the rebound. That's going to come down straight for Pashi, but K-Dop there just in time. Straight over to the other end of the field. 2-2, and we're heading into the final 20 seconds here. One goal. Could do it for either team. That could be it. Pashi can't make the contact, and Very Peak's just been walloped out of the way.
The contact he almost made was still enough to put a threat on Amake. They did slow down. Very Peak didn't get the angle he thought it would get touched, and now one more attempt from K-Dop gets blocked from Pocket.
Yeah, Pashi just there right in time. Take that one away from the oncoming offending player, and that is going to be overtime in game one.
We are going to see a Game 5, Shogun, aren't we?
We are going to see a Game 5. I'm just going to start reclining this chair.
Lord help me.
Oh, yes. Nice and comfortable now. Tell you what isn't comfortable, though. This Mocket defense, when they have to deal with this, K-Dop gets that one into the corner. But here come Pocket Aces. They've come from 2 goals down to force this overtime. Chaussette not even going to try and look for Pashi, just keeping it in the corner. That poor corner is just getting constantly abused, and trying to find that crossbar yet again. Here it comes, hits the side of the post and into the back of the net.
Some of the best energy you can give yourself right up into the corner. You see Very Peak make a valiant effort, but it came off that death corner. It is so hard to read. It's one of the few spots on a map that a pro has a decent chance of mispredicting. Didn't know if it was going to drop straight down, drop out a little bit more. It hit the spot that didn't drop right at the Very Peak. I think he was expecting it to have that dead drop. You'll see a lot of times when it hits that spot above the net, it just drops straight down. So he put himself in the position to hopefully either A, get there before it hits the back wall, or B, at least get there as it drops down. But instead it came out and away from him, which left it wide open, no one being able to replace him in net. And Pocket Aces, in overtime fashion, will take game number 1. And I'm going to predict 1 of 5.
1 of 5?
I'm going to say it's going to be a 1 of 5.
Okay, you're committing to it, are you?
You know what? I haven't committed to anything all day because I'm scared, but I'm just going to do it. Might as well, man.
Might as well. Well, Mocket put themselves 2 goals up early on in the game. Did not actually achieve much in offense after that. Only 4 shots coming out, all of them from K-Dop. And then has 3 goals scored against them in a row. So they're going to have to try and sort that one out. Mocket eSports, maybe not. I think they're trying to play the ball a little bit too high up in the air. There's not much ground play coming from them. Pashi is really strong on the ground. You should not be trying to take on a team that at least has Pashi on it, especially when Chaussette's going to be holding the back area. You've got a lot of waves you've got to beat before you can even take a shot on the net. K-Dop
being the only person that even took a shot from Mocket, 4 shots for K-Dop and then none for his teammates, which, as you said, if the ball keeps bouncing a bit too high, you're not going to be able to make the contact that you need or get those angles. And then any of the Pocket Aces players are skilled enough to read that off the back wall, read it off the sides, and prevent it, and start slowing that ball down before you get a chance at a shot opportunity. So the few they made, I think it was a 50-50.
Yes.
He took 4 shots and 2 of them went in, which is a pretty good shot percentage, to be honest. But if no one else was there to take the shots and not that many opportunities happen, it's going to be hard if Pocket can continue on with the pressure.
Well, Pashi's going to try and get this one. Second touch from him. Great start there, Pashi, 90. Oh my goodness.
Speaking of pressure, Pashi not hesitating at all, getting the first touch, following it through. Oh, so elegantly. Fluttering that boost, flying upside down. Pashi.
Pashi 90, the Mocket player of last season, puts that one in. Tell him how you feel, my friend. Chaussette's going to have to leave that one. Mystic puts that one towards the net. Oh, almost managed to turn that one in from the redirect. Now here comes Pashi. Cleared away by K-Dop, and here comes the constant mispositioning of the ball from Mocket. They're going to keep doing it. Shot on target. Chaussette Great defensive save from him. Not only that, but getting it away from a straight line towards their net. Here's K-Dop, and here's where I want to see Mocket playing. They are probably one of the most talented in-air teams that we have in the European League. But they've been trying to play it on the floor, which has not been working out for them. Violent Panda plays that one to the side. It's going to be missed by Fairy Peak. Mystic ends up choosing to leave that very sloppy there from both of these teams. And Pashi gets the clearance away. Fairy Peak's got time to leave on this one. Tries to go for the powerful hit away. Extra touch there from Mystic. Is anyone around to turn that in? No, everyone on the back rotation. And we've just come towards the end of our first minute. And still, Pocket Aces with the lead.
See Mocket coming up a little far. Sometimes the hard clears, they're going to have to take off their back wall, but I think they're doing a great job of taking it off the back wall at that perfect moment. As soon as it makes contact, if you hit it with the nose of your car, especially these flat cars we see everybody rocking today, it's like a really hard, almost like kind of awkward fly pinch off the backboard. I really don't know how it works.
Well, the thing is even if you hit it on like a half volley in a regular area of the field, you get a lot of power onto it. The exact same rules apply to the walls. So if they can time it right, it's going to be a powerful clearance away. Here's Mystic, going to try and find K-Dop. Lovely little pinch outwards as we see those left to right passes coming through from Mocket. And here's the shot. Fairy Peak did not react to the back wall, and Violent Panda makes it 2.
One simple mistake at this level of play leaves it wide open. Fairy Peak went for the touch, and then Mystic, instead of going for net, assuming Fairy Peak was going to get the touch, so he wanted to follow up with it. But the moment that dropped right down, somebody is there from Pocket Aces to seal the deal.
So 2-0, 3 minutes remaining here. K-Dop takes out Pashi. And here comes Mocket's response. They're in the opposite situation that Pocket were in last game, where they now find themselves 2 goals to the deficit. Pashi out of boost. Violent Panda takes that one away from him. And that's going to be a dangerous ball up into the air. Here's Chaussette, puts that one towards the goal, but Mystic's going to happily clear that one away. Here's Pashi yet again, but K-Dop with the clearance. And here come the long balls from Pocket. They're going to try and slow down the pace of this game, not take any unnecessary risks. Violent Panda gets that one over into the corner, and you can see, not really pushing too much, but Violent Panda tries to go for the block onto that one. Almost caught that perfectly to turn it into the net. Here's Pashi. Just leaving one player. Here's the pass out to Chaussette. Save there from Fairy Peak, and Pashi will purse that back out yet again, looking for Violent Panda. Mocket cannot afford to be stuck in their own half. They do not have the time to waste. Here's Pashi. Just misses that one off the back wall. Is anyone back on this one? It's going to be Mystic versus Violent Panda in the 1v1. Mystic plays that one early, and Violent Panda will easily scoop that one away.
Uh-oh. Now we're going to see Fairy Peak has come in for that, but it didn't make any contact. That might make this a 2v1. We see Fairy Peak and Mystic trying to retreat as fast as possible, but it's not going to matter. Pashi Smashy getting a nice demo on his way out as well.
Pashi Smashy Bashi, as he comes through on this one, takes the ball, takes the player, takes the goal.
Doesn't matter for him, making it 3-0. I mean, I'd say two games up in the series actually means nothing today.
No, it really doesn't.
If anything, it means you're going to lose.
Been very impressive so far by Pocket, looking in control of the entirety of the field. Here's Mystic taking that ball. He's got K-Dop ahead of him to look for. K-Dop gets that ball. Violent Panda easily has that one scouted. Looks like every single time Mocket try and use that back wall, Pocket have got it covered. Fairy Peak misses that ball entirely. Mystic out of boost, but he's just managed to get a hold of some, but not before Violent Panda with the takeaway. Now Fairy Peak, he's got that one in the air. No boost, though, to do anything with it. And it's going to allow Chaussette to get rid of it, but unconvincing straight at Fairy Peak. But no one around yet again. It just looks like there's a lack of killer edge to Mocket's play right now.
Just those little finesse touches that really force Pocket to make the maneuvers, to pull them out of their positions. We just don't see them right now on a Mocket. And there, oh my, can he do
fakes! Oh, Fairy, you might have encouraged Pashi a little bit too much there. The shot would have been a better idea of the oncoming player coming in to chase that one away. 40 seconds remaining here. 3 goals is the difference. And Mocket still yet to put anything on the board. Fairy Peak going to try and get that one off the angled part of the wall. Here's the shot from K-Dop, but blocked by Violent Panda. Every single time these passes are out, just one more Pocket player in the way. Violent Panda, he's got Pashi. Pashi going to look for Chaussette. Chaussette with the shot save there from Fairy Peak.
So impressed with Pocket Aces' ability to look for each other. This game particularly...
You're free by yourself, Violent Panda. Do what you want.
Oh!
Okay, maybe not.
He did what he wanted.
He did what he wanted, and that was not to score.
No, he just didn't want to score.
He doesn't like if you picked him for your fantasy team.
No, he just... Yeah, that's almost like a little spiteful move. So Pocket Aces going 2-0 in the series, but it's reverse sweep Sunday, so it really doesn't matter because we've got a lot of opportunities so far this weekend. Today in particular, what is it, 2 reverse sweeps, an almost reverse sweep, and then like a kind of half reverse sweep.
I don't know. It's like a blur to me at this
know,
point.
Yeah.
But the 3-0 is sat right there. It hasn't happened in games yet, but we've got 3-0 at least on the screen. It's there.
Is it a foreshadow?
It could be foreshadowing. It really could be. But Pocket Aces right now doing a great job of controlling the entirety of the field.
Yeah.
And whenever the ball comes towards them, they know for a fact that Mocket isn't doing a great job of going for passing plays. So they're just waiting for the ball to come to them and reacting as necessary.
And a lot of the passes, they are looking for each other really well. We've spoken on, seeing people do that a lot throughout this weekend. But there's something special about it, I think, the way that Pocket is doing it. They really got to do something about these names. It's going to drive me insane.
It's nuts, isn't it?
I know they did it on purpose.
I don't think we got it wrong.
Pashy.
Yeah, great.
Thanks.
A+.
But either way, I don't know. There's something really unique about the way they're looking for each other and passing it to each other that I haven't seen yet. I can't really put it into words. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just something kind of guttural. I have no idea what it is. But there's just something I've seen about it that seems unique. Something I haven't seen. Oh, wait.
Yep.
Yeah,
you're
that's right.
That. Yep. Should we just?
Let's just.
Show that. Yeah, there we are. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the wasteland. I've always wanted to say that.
You've done it now.
I've done it now.
Have your dreams come true now?
I'm going back to the UK tomorrow.
That's it. He's done. So that was what he lived for.
That is exactly what I lived for. That's why I joined the RLCS for. Chaussette going to put that one off the crossbar early on in Mocket Aces. Wait, it's Mocket eSports, isn't it? Oh, I was doing so well up to this point.
I know, dude. It's killer.
It is absolutely killer. And killer is exactly what Mystic is. Turns that one in for the early goal.
One of the struggles about Wasteland is it loves to center the ball for you. We see a good... But this was actually just a K-Dop center. I apologies. From the angle I had it originally, I thought it hit the corner and then bounced in. But a great, hard hit off that backboard. And Wasteland, it's all about hitting it hard. I mean, if you hit it to the side or the corner, it's probably going to center for you. If they hit it off the backboard, it's going to be tough for them to chase out.
Very peak, tries to find that one, but Chaussette's going to try and chase that one down from the air. Violent Panda with the shot, hits it off the side of the wall, gets the demo as well. That's going to allow Pashy to keep these shots coming in. So many shots coming in from the Pocket Aces, but none of them on target so far. Chaussette tries to go for that 50-50. Here's Very Peak and Pashy. So many 50-50s, one after another. Now K-Dop has his opportunity. Going to go for the dribble, goes for the shots! And 2-0, Mocket. Is Wasteland what they needed?
Taking the dribble in from the outside is just that slight height advantage that you get that makes it so much harder. Honestly, had that been a flat ground, I think Violent Panda may have had that save, but since he had a slight upper ground and Violent Panda had to make the jump a little bit early, the ground was going downwards towards the middle, it made it that much harder for him to save. 2-0 with 4 minutes left.
Yep, just that little bit of elevation can come through it at times and give you that advantage. K-Dop jumped early. He's going to leave that one. Oh, no, he isn't. Him and Very Peak end up colliding into each other, but Mystic is in position to make the play take that little bit longer and allow his team to reposition themselves. As we can see, Pocket just sat all the way back, not willing to commit to this. And that's going to allow Mocket to keep stealing their boost. We're going to see Mystic go over to the side. He stole that one. Pocket, have you got anything left in the tank to take this away? We can see Chaussette really committed to that one. Very Peak puts that up. Mystic and Very Peak, they're against a boostless team right now. And eventually Chaussette hits that off the crossbar. They have to turn this one in. This is their best opportunity to make this a 3-0.
Right now struggling to get boost, which is a huge part of your resource management in Rocket League. It's a lot harder to see, a lot harder to notice. But man, it's such a big play at top level Rocket League.
Yes, well, I haven't really noticed because of the lack of plays coming out from Pocket at all, refusing to leave their own side of the net. Obviously, that's no longer an issue for them. They managed to reset themselves. Violent Panda takes that ball off the side of his car, going to go for the control. And K-Dop with the demo in the background. Mystic puts that one up high, and Chaussette has to try and take that one away, but still, no one is safe from the aerial abilities of Very Peak.
Mocket is just taking this away, and right now, 1 goal apiece, 1 assist apiece. Mocket eSports is just really spreading the love.
You know what they're trying to do?
And also spreading the
You know what they're trying to do?
Aces. What?
They're going for the reverse sweep.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, If there's any day to do it, now's the day, Mocket.
Now is the day to do it.
Now's the day.
I don't think today is the day to do it because you don't get as much plaudits for it. It's been done already.
Also, fun fact, this was Pocket Ace's map pick.
Of course it was, because no one will ever learn to not pick this non-standard map when you are winning.
The curse.
Leftovers almost made that mistake earlier on, almost cost them the series when they picked Neo Tokyo. Here's Fairy Peak. Passing that one over to the side. Hashi trying to put that pressure on Mystic. Shot lovely doink from him, sets that one up. Violent Panda gets another touch. Great save there from Fairy Peak, but the pressure is still on. Mocket need to get this one away from their half because the heart of Pocket Aces still lives, still breathes, and they want to break the streak that is teams losing on their non-standard map picks.
Something about your vocabulary, calling it a lovely doink. I don't know. I just like it.
Oh, doinks are lovely. Pass over there, Kate up. Puts that one up high. Here's Mystic. Tries to get a little touch onto that one. 4 goals would make this a dead and buried game. And considering it's Wasteland, there's plenty of areas to choose from to bury it. Hashi trying to get that one forward. Taking extra touches. Violent Panda, just sort of like an amusement park up there, trying to make it a little bit more flashy. Here's Chaussette, sets that one up, but cleared that away. Mocket eSports, it's done it again. Holding on. Thank you.
Oh, the touch from Pachi. Almost getting the second one. Chaussette wanted to place it on target, but K-Dop read it well. Heard him coming in.
Over into the corner. Here's Pachi. He's got time to try and go for the setup. Okay, he did not have any time to go for the setup. He is in pieces at this moment in time. Mystic, long clearance. And this is just time wasting from Mocket. They can put the 4th in here. K-Dop gets that one over. 1 minute remaining, 3 goals. Here's the difference. Really right now. Oh, wow, Mystic. That was an even better doink.
That was actually pretty insane.
Yo, can we get a top 5 doinks?
What's that? What was that clear? What is happening?
It's the power of Wasteland.
I can't tell if I'm hallucinating at this point.
It's the heat. It's definitely heat. And Chaussette puts that one up. Over to K-Dop, though. Mystic tries to go for the passing play. And we are running out of time.
Oh!
Violent Panda almost managed to get the dunk onto that one and turn it in.
It would be a little bit too late. 3 goals to score with 25 seconds. Chaussette still manages to get yet another tight angle from the side of his car. I think that's the 3rd one we've seen him do so far in this, just today.
And he's only played this series.
That's
actually the most impressive thing.
That is nasty.
That is really nasty. Well, 25 seconds remaining, 2 goals. Suddenly sounds a little bit more plausible, but they need one almost immediately. And that kickoff is not going to be all that helpful for them. Fairy Peak puts that one off the back wall. K-Dop goes for the shot, puts that off the post. Double touch from K-Dop. You did not mean that.
No, you 100% didn't, but it still looked great. And if you look good doing it, you might as well own up to it. K-Dop gets the first touch. It does miss. His first shot would have actually 100% scored. Pachi would not have been there if he was about a ball's length to the right. I don't know what units of measurement to use, so we'll just go with about the width of a ball.
Seems good to me at this point. Fairy Peak and the rest of Mocket finally are going to put themselves on the board. But Violent Panda, he's got some dribbling abilities he wants to show off. Almost gets his team a goal for it, but that is it. And we've got a game 4 coming up here, Carpet.
Yeah, we do.
As you've just leaned back in your chair.
Yeah, we've got a game 4 coming in.
Should we undo the ties a little bit, get ourselves comfortable?
Not too comfortable.
Not too comfortable.
Because I'll get yelled at. But here we are, going into game number 4. That was quite a turnaround. 4-1, and on the Pocket Aces pick. Pocket Aces are the ones that picked Wasteland. And then they get beat pretty well. I mean, 4-1 is nothing to laugh at. It definitely switches the momentum for, you guessed it, a potential reverse sweep, guys. You know, who would have thought? I would have, in all of my years.
No.
I would have, why? Not today.
Not today, but if we look at these statistics...
It's so predictable.
It's so predictable. That's really bad that we predict this sort of stuff at this point. But that is just how crazy today has been. If you're only just joining us, you have missed one heck of a day of Rocket League. But if we look at these stats right now, that game was all Mocket eSports. And as I've mentioned earlier, Leftovers did this, and that ended up giving them a huge scare against Northern Gaming. Oh.
I mean, if we really wanted to put just the topping on the cake, if we had Neo Tokyo next, I'd really appreciate that. Let's go for everything. Let's go for reverse sweeps, non-standard maps. Let's do it all. It's not.
It's not.
Shame.
It's not.
You
It's,
know what? One can hope.
Yes. Well, it's the SARBC Classic that we are on next. Urban Central. And we are on to Game 4. 2 games to 1 over to Mocket eSports. I mean, it's Pocket Aces, isn't it? Really confusing me all the time, but we are in here. As it's going to be Fairy Peak going by himself on that. I'm assuming, like, you don't usually tend to do a sideways fake kickoff. So just no one there going on Pocket Aces, but they are going to be able to take this ball from the defense. Fairy Peak gets that one down, but only over to Violent Panda. K-Dub now trying to find his way through. But this ball has not moved from this halfway line ever since this game has begun. It's K-Dub with the shot. Pashi forced to save it in the top left-hand side of his goal. Incredible save coming out from him. And still stuck here. But eventually cleared away. Chaussette, can they do it? First chance there for Pocket Aces, and they almost took it.
He actually did place it on target. Well on him, and Violent Panda trying to take it to the top right corner. Almost everyone from Mocket made the attempt. Now is the chance to try and catch them when they're not ready.
So here comes Pocket. That is going to be a pass out, or is it? No one coming to it except for Pashi, who got there quite late. Now going to go for the dribbling. Tries to go for the 50-50 on that. It's going to be a loose ball. Shot comes in. Violent Panda was not on target anyway, but managed to get 2 players on the other team to commit to the ball. 1 minute down in this one. As Pocket Aces still only one game away. Great shot there from the halfway line. K-Dub forced to save. Fairy Peak cannot get the clearance away. And Pocket Aces starting to find their rhythm in this matchup.
Just these passes to each other are unreal. I'm watching them happen from as far as I can, and I still can't read them. Violent Panda gets the dunk and the goal, putting them 1 goal up, 1 step closer to taking the series.
Look at this. Violent Panda comes in here. Fairy Peak tries to go for the clearance, and he just swats that one away. Easy goal there to finish off for Violent Panda. Great play. Here we go. Violent Panda on that kickoff. The goal scorer, the player that put his team in the lead. Going to try and get another one, but K-Dub has that one red, as I said earlier. Always ready on that backboard. Here's K-Dub with the shot. Tries to get a second one. The Chaussette is in the way. Fairy Peak puts that one up high, and Panda yet again just getting a hold of it, and Chaussette with the demo is going to loosen the stranglehold that Mocket has on them in this final third, and that's going to allow Chaussette that amount of time, but he just puts that straight towards K-Dub, who had that one red. But Pocket Aces have the lead right now.
They've had a significant amount of control as well. 5 shots to 2. It's looking like Pocket Aces, while their accuracy might not be as good as Mocket's last game, they are still looking good right now, going almost halfway through this game, and they're on an offensive opportunity. Let's see. Violent Panda will get blocked out by Fairy Peak.
Ball over towards Mystic. Mystic, can you deal with this? Yes, you can. Fairy Peak was loitering in the background anyway, and could have got it away at any time. Here comes the shot from Pashi. That bounce was not what he expected. Had to reposition his car towards the end, and now just trying to waste time. Allow his team to reposition themselves. As you can see, Violent Panda and Chaussette in the background loitering, trying to get themselves in position to try and latch onto any sort of clearance. Shot kind of come in. Violent Panda going to be down the upper end of the field because it was actually Fairy Peak that took the shot. Here's Pashi, 1v1. K-Dub made the preemptive move, gets made to look foolish for it. As we see the long clearance coming in from Fairy Peak, only over to Violent Panda. And Mocket, this is not the way they want to go about this. If these keep trying to go for these long clearances, they are not going to put anything together.
Having a hard time keeping control right now. Both teams seemingly ping-ponging it. This needs to get contested. Wow. What a gorgeous touch from Chaussette to gently place that to the corner, cutting off all angles from Mocket.
Chaussette's going to continue to try and pressure this one. Pashi has got that ball. Tries to go for a fake jump and then get it on top of his car. But still, 1 minute and 30 seconds remaining here. 1-0 in a game that Pocket, if they win, will take the series and put Mocket 0-2 in the opening weekend. Would you really have expected to say that you could come into week 1, leftovers 2-0, Mocket 0-2?
Nope.
Nope, not at all.
Nope, just a good old nope.
Here's K-Dub, pisses that one out. Over to Fairy Peak, who's going to continue to try and pressure that. K-Dub just leaving that, trying to go and get for the boost. Passes that one over to the middle, over to Mystic, took the shot. It's going to bounce off the side, K-Dub again. Ooh. But Violent Panda just in the way. It was actually Pashi that was just in the way. Violent Panda is the one currently in the defense. Oh. Not much of a contact. No contact. Someone hit the ball. As Chaussette will eventually get that one away, takes it down to the other end of the field. And crisis averted for Pocket.
I don't think Pashi even expected Shasset to make that. You know you've made a good play when even your own teammate doesn't expect it.
Here's Shasset yet again. Took the shot onto Fairy Peak, who's cleared that one away. 30 seconds remaining. Mocket have to find a way through. K-Dop over to Fairy Peak. You can see even Mystic coming at this point. All 3 players coming in from Mocket as they try and find a chink in this Pocket Ace's armor. This is now up high. Mystic gonna have to try and put this on the negative angle. He's managed to get a hold of it. He's got Fairy Peak to aim at, but Violent Panda every time has this scouted. And here is the final roll of the dice. Come on, Mocket. What have you got to show us? As Mystic puts that one up high. They cannot allow this ball to touch the floor. K-Dop getting roughhoused by Pashi. Still got a hold of it. It's eventually going to touch the floor, though. Pocket Aces are going to take this series.
Pocket Aces. Almost. I mean, I almost wanted to see a Game 5 just to really seal in the day.
Just to round it all out.
Put that last staple in the day. So everyone got to see as many games as possible today. Fantastically played. I was actually excited to watch Pocket Aces. I loved watching them in the qualifiers. But man, did they just make me more excited to watch them throughout the rest of the league play. Some of the coolest plays between these guys. Really close, like the gentle short passes, like being right next to each other, like who's going to take it? If you're riding up right next to each other parallel and one of you has the ball, what's the defender going to do? Is like he can shoot it, he can pass it, they can lob it, they could do nothing with it. Like there's so many options you're giving yourself, which makes it so much harder for the defense to read. And I think it makes your offensive opportunities that much more threatening.
Yeah, and I really like what they did with their third player throughout all of that, just holding them back a little bit more than most teams usually do, because usually if that third player goes and they do not score,